So now I will do an espresso and will show how this works. And after the espresso, I will do a flat white coffee. For the espresso, it is important that the cup is stored on the heat this way, because it should be heated from the ground where the coffee is, not from the other side. Sometimes you see it like this. This is not good. It should be always done like this. Second, it is important that when you heat the machine that these are inside, because they have to be hot. Otherwise the water cools down. Now I will first start to do an espresso. You can see the difference. There's a one shot and a double shot espresso. I will do the one shot espresso with this. For this I take it to the machine. And I have a single shot espresso. I will put it to the temper. And for this I will use the automatic temper to do the temping process. Sometimes this works. Yes. It works, so you can see it's evenly flat. Now I'll put it inside. I will take a cup, which is warm from the ground, place it below, press the button. Here you can choose a short one or a longer one. Since in China people are more used to a larger espresso, I will use the second button. If it's Italian, I would choose the first button, because in Italy you drink it very short, the espresso. Now you can see that the espresso has a nice crème, and it's a good espresso. You can drink it just as it is. You should always try first. It's a very good espresso. You don't need to put sugar or milk. Just try and enjoy the espresso. Very important is that immediately you clean this by putting it in the temper, and then you rinse it. I'm just back rinsing it. You can hear me while I do it. After this, I quickly rinse this so the rest of the coffee powder goes away. I can quickly clean it. I put it back for the next shot. Once I'm finished and I don't make coffee anymore, I take it out so the heat and the humidity doesn't stay inside. But right now we will continue, so I can put it in a place like this. As a next step, I will do a flat white coffee. A flat white coffee is a very popular milk coffee. It always has a double shot of espresso and steamed milk. So for this double shot of espresso, I use the preheated 2 type and will put more coffee. I will put double amount of coffee powder into this. I will put it into the automatic temper. If you don't have the automatic temper, you can always also use this, and you can put it manually. But since we have the luxury of an automatic temper, I will use it here, because it will always have the right pressure, and we'll put it inside. For this now we use the large cup, and we put it directly into the cup. While we do this, we prepare the milk, and this has to be a cold milk, a good cold milk, no sugar, stored in the fridge. I put an amount of around 100 milliliter cold milk into this. While I did this, you can see that a perfect double espresso has been placed in the cup. And I will steam the milk. For steaming the milk, it's important that first you remove it so that the water goes out and you just have the steam. Don't touch this, it's very hot. You place it inside, and to know the right temperature, you hold it like this with your hand. If it gets too hot to hold, it has the right temperature of slightly above 60 degrees of milk. It should not be hotter. It's very important, otherwise there would not be a good foam. So I do it, and it should be a whirlpool inside. It should look like a whirlpool. I can still hold it. Now it gets very hot. So I take it off. Now the most important thing is, the next thing you do is to clean the lens. And this has to be careful because you can burn yourself, but you always have to do it immediately after. Otherwise it will be very difficult to clean. Now you take this, you remove the bubbles and you turn it around slightly until it has the texture of melted ice cream. This should be like melted ice cream, no bubbles. And then you put a little bit from a height inside like this. You turn it a little bit and then you put the rest. And it will be a very delicious, nice and smooth flat white. You don't need to put sugar inside. It's already naturally sweet, so you should enjoy it, have a good coffee and drink it. Now, not to forget is to clean everything. If you don't clean the coffee machine one time, the next time it will be very difficult to clean. So while it is hot, you can clean it. If it cools down, you cannot clean it like this anymore. So it's very important to clean it like this, to rinse it again, to make sure that it's clean at all times. The coffee machine should always be shiny and super clean. Now, when you start switching it off, it's very important to rinse this with water to make it perfectly clean and then arrange it on the coffee machine again. So that was the little explanation of how to do nice coffee. I hope to be back soon for more interesting coffee flavors. Thank you very much.